the warning they laughed at. The Galactic Empire of Varl had conquered 100 worlds, crushed 1,000 rebellions, and bent entire species to its rule. Their fleets were legendary. Sleek obsidian dreadnoughts, antimatter lancers, gravity torpedoes, and armies of biomechanical soldiers. To them, Earth was nothing more than an uncatalogued backwater with an inconveniently defiant population. And so, when humanity refused to surrender, the Varl High Command issued the order that would change the galaxy forever. Remove their women. Break their lineage. Break their future. It was an ancient imperial strategy. Erase the womb, erase the species. But not all Varl agreed. Veteran Commander Krillin Vorak, decorated survivor of 5 planetary campaigns, immediately stood and slammed his taloned fist on the war table, mandibles flaring in rage. "You fools," he hissed. "You do not understand these creatures. I fought them. I studied them. And I tell you, if you touch their women, Earth's men will not simply fight back. They will become something else." The council chamber erupted in laughter. Humans? Those fragile bipeds with no natural weaponry, no exoskeleton, no telepathy, no claws, no venom? The idea that they could become something else was comedy to the High Command. Krillin's crest stiffened in warning. "I have seen them lose comrades. I have seen them lose soldiers. But if you make them lose mothers, daughters, sisters," he clicked a warning hum from deep in his throat, "they will turn war into a religion." More laughter. The Emperor Strategos waved him off. "Commander, you have grown sentimental. We do not take advice from an alien who once lost to humans and lived." Krillin's 4 eyes narrowed. There is no victory in provoking their protectiveness. Earth's women are their soul. But the order was given. And the Varl Empire would soon learn why even their most brutal war doctrines had limits humanity did not share. Middle, the empire that opened the wrong door. The first strike teams deployed across Earth's major cities with precision and arrogance. Their goal was not extermination, just abduction. Remove the breeding stock. Break morale. Break destiny. They underestimated how fast Earth would respond. Within minutes of the first attempted abduction in New Boston, the Varl encountered the first anomaly. Human men stopped running. They did not scatter. They did not surrender. They charged. Some fought with weapons. Some fought with bare hands. Some fought with whatever they could grab: pipes, broken furniture, even bricks. And they fought in coordinated packs, as though instinct itself had become a tactical AI. In under 2 hours, 5 Varl strike teams were wiped out by civilians alone. The Empire, puzzled but not panicked, escalated the assault. They deployed gravity nets, disintegration drones, and shock infantry. They struck schools. They struck hospitals. They struck evacuation shelters. And then they made the mistake Krillin had begged them not to make. They targeted a maternity ward. The moment the strike team breached the building and attempted to capture a single newborn's mother, the universe shifted. Because within minutes, the Empire saw the true nature of human males, something not recorded in any xenobiological database. They saw Feral Code Zero. Feral Code Zero, Earth's forbidden instinct. There is a phenomenon the Empire had never encountered because they never pushed a species that far. Humans called it many things. Fight or flight overload. Parental defensive override. Rage state. Redline mode. But Earth militaries had a secret designation for the extreme end of it. FC-0. When a human sees a woman or child threatened, their brain stops processing fear. All neural pathways redirect to a single objective. Protect. Destroy. survive. Pain becomes irrelevant. Adrenaline becomes both fuel and armor. Tactical thinking becomes brutally efficient. And that day, when the maternity ward was attacked, Earth's men, fathers, brothers, husbands, sons, triggered FC-0 simultaneously. Security footage would later show men running through plasma fire without flinching, tearing Thoran soldiers from armored suits, using their own bodies as shields to protect strangers. One father, unarmed and bleeding out, killed an entire squad of shock troops with a broken metal pole. Another man, an elderly, gray-bearded janitor, threw himself onto a drone bomb, saving 20 mothers behind him. A group of teenage boys formed a human wall around the nursery and refused to break even when hit with gravity pulses strong enough to crack bone. The Empire watched in disbelief. "This cannot be natural," the Empress hissed. "Humans should not be capable of this." But Krillin Vorak only lowered his head. "I warned you," he said. "Kill one of their soldiers, they mourn. But threaten their women." His voice hardened to a growl. "And they become monsters." The Galactic Empire begins to break. The Empire escalated again. They deployed warships into low orbit, preparing to flatten entire districts. But Earth's response was worse. Humanity did not hide. Humanity did not beg. Humanity organized. For the first time in recorded history, all military branches, all nations, all governments united under a single banner. Operation Shepherd's Shield. Its purpose: not to protect Earth. To protect Earth's women at all costs. Armories opened their restricted sections. Prototype suits were deployed. Civilian militias coordinated with elite forces. It was no longer a war. It was a planet-wide offensive driven by a singular, unstoppable instinct. And when humans go all in, their innovation becomes terrifying. They hacked Thoran drones. They reverse-engineered plasma weapons overnight. They hijacked orbital platforms. They built railguns from scrap metal. They turned skyscrapers into sniper nests. They used city power grids to overload enemy shields. Shock troops who once conquered entire worlds were overrun by furious mobs acting with military precision. Entire Thoran battalions vanished in the chaos. The Empire's command channels filled with a single panicked phrase. "The humans are not fleeing. They are hunting us." The turning point, when humanity changed the war. The final straw came when a young Thoran squad leader made the mistake of harming a single pregnant woman during an extraction attempt. That moment was broadcast live, unintentionally, to all of Earth. A global silence followed. And then Earth erupted. Every man capable of fighting entered the war zone. Veterans who swore never to lift a weapon again strapped on armor. Peaceful engineers began constructing explosives. Doctors picked up rifles between surgeries. It was no longer FC-0 on individuals. It was planetary FC-0. A collective rage state. Humanity became a tidal wave. And the Empire, for the first time since its founding, retreated. But Earth wasn't done. Human troops boarded fleeing enemy ships. They fought room by room, corridor by corridor. They hijacked dreadnoughts and turned their cannons against the fleet. The Thoran Empire lost a third of its armada in 36 hours. Ending, the aftermath and the legend of the warning. The Empress summoned Krillin Vorak. Her armor was dented. Her crest was dim. Her eyes were sunken with disbelief. "Commander," she whispered. What have we awakened?" He bowed his head. "The truth. Humans were never prey. They are a pack species. And there is no pack in the universe more vicious in defense of its females." The Empress trembled. "What now?" "They are coming." Through the observation window, Dozens of human-piloted Vilthoran dreadnoughts approached the capital world, guns hot.
Krillin closed his eyes.
Now, strategos, you answer for the order you gave. A human fleet-wide broadcast ignited the sky of Vilthor. Commander Jace Mercer, scarred, furious, and holding the blooded flag of Earth, spoke. This is your only warning. Humanity does not forgive threats to its women. Surrender or be erased. The Empire collapsed within days. They surrendered every colony, every weapon, every throne. Earth became the most respected, feared world in the galaxy. And Krillin's warning became etched in the Imperial archives as the most important military doctrine ever recorded. ***, never provoke a human defending a woman.
It is the only war no empire survives.